sorry that I didn't post in so long. The reason I haven't posted is because there's this video that I'm working on. I've been working on it for like a year now, so it may be kind of outdated by now, but it's not coming out today. That's not what we're here for. It's coming out sometime next year. Anyways, today I will be showing you how to make a whip with a couple simple materials. So actually, you're gonna need a knife or in my case, scissors, but if you're in the wild, you wouldn't really have scissors now, would you? A stick about 1 foot, 1 foot preferably. If you can find one shorter, just has to be at least the length of your finger, then that's good. And then you're gonna need paracord or parachute cord. Do not look up paracord because it just doesn't come up. And I made one already, but this was just for show. So this was just for show because I want it to be. And also, there's actually supposed to be tape over those, but I didn't. I wanted the colors to show. So I'm just gonna use up one entire roll instead of using up one. So you're gonna need a lighter as well, and you're gonna need some tape. Alright, and without further ado, let's get into the intro. Alright guys, I'm back. So, here's what we're gonna do. First, if you don't want that rough grip, you would like to tape up this handle, but first we gotta cut a 1 foot strand from these, okay? A 1 foot strand. So just about again, you can eyeball this. No judgment taken here. So I will be doing this right here. That's the length. So I'll cut this up right there. Give me a second. Alright, and once you got 1 foot cut, you're gonna need to have to sit that to the side and get another 2 foot strand. Of course, you could singe the end back together with your lighter that you will be needing. Like that. So that it won't just be all fuzzy and fluffy. So now, let's bring it on to 2 feet right there. Perfect. So now, I'm gonna bring this wire all the way across here. Alright, so now I'm gonna cut right about here. I want a little extra. And it's okay if you get a little extra because, I mean, you wouldn't have a tape measure in the wild as well, so it's okay if yours looks a little bigger than mine's. Uh-oh. But after the 2 foot strand, you're gonna need a 3 foot strand as well. And you won't believe what we're gonna do with these. Absolutely nothing. I'm just kidding. But after that, after I get all these strands put down, next will be kind of weird. You gotta tape them up. Gotta tape them up. So let me cut this and I'll get back to you on that. Got it. Alright, so first of all, let's tape them to the base. 1, 2, and 3. I just prefer putting it like this, the short one first, the second shortest one second, and all that. But you can do it any way that you like. Now, the tape I'm using is just plain out duct tape. So, the tape I'm using is just plain out duct tape. So, I might just be, doing this right here. It's supposed to be hockey tape, it's hockey stick tape or whatever, but I'm not doing that. I don't really have hockey stick tape. But, this works just as good. Any tape that you have, doesn't matter. Like that. Wrap them to that. Let's wrap it around there. Now my stick is kind of weak. You're gonna need a stronger stick than I got. I did not notice before I went out and got this stick. But, it should do just as good if you tape it up real nice. Okay? So here's how I gotten so far. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tape up the top part. And I'm gonna start just taping all the way till I get up to the second strand. The second strand of paracord or parachute cord. And once I'm there, I will get back to y'all on that. Alright guys, I'm back. So, here's the finished result from right then. So as you can see, I have the handle taped up, and I have this taped up. So, originally, you're supposed to put this piece taped up as well. Well, not fully taped up. You're supposed to tape to the second paracord string and then stop, okay? And then after that, you're left with this. And now, you can cut 5 feet increments of your strings, okay? Alright guys, sorry if you heard any background noise. That was just from some people next door or something. So as I said, we're going to cut out 5 feet increments of our string. So you can still eyeball this if you want. So let's just, I'm going to use a ruler though. I mean, tape measure. Alright, we're at 5 feet. So you're going to need about 15 feet. This all takes 26 or 21 feet, depending on which kind of string you have, of paracord or parachute cord. Just letting you know so that you will have the proper amount. So just go out and buy some 50 length paracord and you'll be just fine. Okay? Because I have 2 things of 50 length paracord. I made one already, and I still have enough to make one more, and that's good. Because y'all get to see a new video. And I love my fellow creators and subscribers. So, what you're going to start doing is wrapping right here. But first, so with hockey tape, you just have to melt it to the tape. With this tape, I'm just going to tape it back on to itself because I don't have limited resources as you would in like a emergency. But if it was an emergency, I'd seriously recommend, if you don't have regular hockey tape, to just tape it just melt it to the wood with your lighter. Because the tips on these, they are meltable. They turn into this weird little liquid, as you can see when I light it. So now I've gotten this far. So once you've gotten this far, you need to melt this to another end of paracord. It's gonna be pretty hard because you don't want to touch it. It gets really hot, but you're gonna have to make this. So I'm gonna melt that real quick. There we go. Now you have to do this really, really fast unless you're just melting it and melting it for a long time. So now, just gonna, ow, ah! As I said, it was hot. No one said this was gonna be easy, y'all. But this usually takes people 20 minutes. It took me 5 minutes just to get this far. So I'm okay. I don't know why it takes people 20 minutes, but that's okay. And you know what? If you don't want to use 5 feet increments, then that's okay too, because you can just keep wrapping off of this spool itself like that. So, and then when it gets like right, so you're usually supposed to wrap it around this strand too. I'm not gonna do that because I find that makes a better cracking sound. That way you can crack somebody in the neck in a movie theater when they're in front of you. I said sit down. Alright, I'll get back to you when I'm done. And I'll show you what to do next. Alright, so this is where I'm going to tape it up at. Right here. So that I can get this. And then I'm going to tape the entire roll up here. And I'll show a time lapse of that. Some of it as well. So, basically you're just going to have to tape up from down here all the way up here. Except for the tip. Because I want the tip to show. I want them to see what's hitting them in the face. But, okay. So, time lapse of that coming right up. Sorry I had to ruin your time lapse like that, but I had to give a shout out to the person that made this. That's just what I do, that's just what I believe. Huge shout out to Caliber Whips. Without his video on the exact same thing, I would not have been able to reference it. I did make a little bit of changes that you will notice, but it's not a lot. So I'm shouting him out. Alright, so I'm gonna get the rest of this piece taped up, and then we'll talk about how this thing's gonna work. Alright. Okay, so here's our finished result. Right here. Good, strong, sturdy whip. And that was some slow-mo footage from the whip I was winging around. You probably still can't see it, but it was worth a shot. Anyways, that's all for today. More paracord crafts and projects coming up next week. Or sometime this week, just next week for you guys. Okay, see you next time. This is EJ the DJ. I'm out.